Hey, what's going on, everybody? Me and my little cramped little space. I got real small space here going on. I it just seems like it gets smaller and smaller, y'all. It gets smaller and smaller. What's up, y'all? This Uncle JP here today. Take me a little sip. Just a little sip to wet my whistle. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody doing good. I hope everybody doing wonderful. I hope everybody doing great. Sure enough, show you right. Well, it's us here today, y'all, sitting on the front porch, and oh man, about a little bit about my day. Everything been looking pretty good. Everything been going pretty swell, pretty fine. It's about 7:35 today on a Monday morning, and weekend done passed by. Tell y'all the truth, I feel like everything going slow. What about y'all? I know a lot of stuff supposed to be going on out there in the world, and a lot of stuff supposed to be happening out there in the world, but I feel like some things is going slow out here. I read about Kendrick Lamar. Well, I saw about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is ranked number 1 over Drake, which we know that was gonna happen. That was just a given. And I don't know how much you guys are into stocks and stuff like that, but I love me some stocks. I ain't got back into them like I want to, but I love me some stocks. I'll tell you the truth. I had a question that was brought to me over there in the cafe. Y'all might find out about the cafe soon enough. Cafe should be airing soon. Whenever I can get the guys together, we can go ahead and pop this thing on off and get this thing going. But until the time being, I think I'm gonna stay right here on the front porch because I can sit out here and I can look at everybody from the front porch. But I guess I've glowed a little bit. I guess to say I'm a PlayStation gamer. I got my PlayStation backbone. The backbone is basically where you can put your phone in it and you can, sign in through your PlayStation remote app and you can actually play your PlayStation 5 from your PlayStation backbone. I also have here a R36S. R36S retro gaming system has 2,200 games on there. 22,000 games, I'm sorry. From all your classic consoles, Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, PlayStation, Game Gear, and so many others. You can check that out on Amazon. It'll be the game console RS35. I think it was around about $85 for me. But yeah, that's just one of the things I got going on, and I got some lights on my truck. Got those put on, and they look really nice. They look really nice. I got one more set to put on. Once I get that set put on, then I should be finished. Oh yeah, I'm gonna brag about what I got and stuff like that, and but it's not for me. It's not really bragging. For me, it's just I just like what I like, and that's just what I'm into. I'm into what I like. But I hope that you guys are doing well. I was trying to find a picture of the truck so I can show you guys the picture, things like that. Shoot, that's just one. Well, I guess that one will work. Let me see. I'll be trying to figure this stuff out, you guys. Y'all have to bear with me. I love it. But yeah, I'm working on just some stuff here, and working on some stuff here and trying to get it there. Let me see. I think I got it. All right. So yeah, that's what my truck is looking like right now um with the lights in the front. Um Yeah, no, we don't want to sit here and listen to you talk about your lights, man. Talk about something else. Boo, boo. I know. It's like the Apollo. Y'all want to boo me. But we also, I mean, I'm a truck driver, and I'm a truck driver at heart for now. It wasn't always like this, but yeah. Um, I don't know, y'all. Just for me, in my world and my line of things, it's like just things are like kind of slow. Um, so when you when you're out here on the road, you're driving trucks, stuff like that. You don't really get to keep up with the world much. I'm just gonna say from my end, you don't really get to keep up with the world much. Rather, you might have people that call you and try to keep you up on things, and that's kind of what I have. Is I have people that'll, call me, and I kind of go with that because of the simple fact that I'm only focusing on the job at the moment. I also have my own business and services and things like that going on, and I'm ready to get those back moving, getting back into the Bible and things like that, into the Word of God, and trying to get into that pace. But yeah, things are changing, you guys. Things are changing a lot. Like I was saying before, I had a question that was brought to me, was that the women of the day don't actually act like the women that are supposed to, how they're supposed to act. And I hope this doesn't take anything out of context. Is a lot of people from the 80s, 70s, grandmamas, great grandmamas, aunties, big mamas, all those that was on the porch, all those things, it's just you look at the way that the culture is now, and you got kids that are going into schools, shooting up schools. We didn't have that back then. We did not have kids going into schoolhouses and shooting up schools. You didn't have teachers having sex with the students. You didn't have you had paddling in the school. You had discipline. And then once all that was gone in the schools, it was just like you guys really just took away the fabric of what the culture was supposed to be. You took it away. Now look what we got. This is the result of taking away a fabric that was supposed to be instilled into our culture. But no. You rather take it away. You rather tell the parents you can't whoop your children. You rather tell the parents you can't discipline your children, or you're going to jail. You're saying it's abuse. You're saying that it's this and that. Yeah, I'm going to hold to it because I was disciplined. I was born in 1985, so I graduated 2004. In between those years of me going to school, if I acted up in school, guess what? I got a whipping. If she had me on a no paddling list, guess what? When I got home, I got a whipping. And then sometimes at school, if she had to come from work and go to the schoolhouse, guess what? I got a paddling. So why is it that this had to be such a big thing for us to have it taken out of the schools. I have no idea. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. I walked around my old neighborhood and um all I saw were kids walking around with ski masks and they had guns and what they call them, sticks and stuff like that. Yeah, this world is coming to an end. Like, yeah, okay, if Donald Trump were to try to put a tariff on Canada and Canada did not want that tariff, and they put a blackout over the school system, think about how that would affect us. How that would affect us as a people. How that would affect us as a wait, what am I trying to say there? How would that affect as a species? I can even go as far and say species. How would that affect us? That would affect us like bad. Man. And then these kids that are out here, they don't know how to survive. They don't know how to survive. They just go. Like, we got so much technology out there. Everybody's depending on this technology. Everybody's depending on some kind of technology. This podcast is basically based on technology. If I just did a screen around, if I just moved the camera around and showed you like how I have my truck set up, that's a lot of technology. If I just showed you up around in the lights, that's kind of technology, but then again, that's just lighting. Okay, anyway. But we got so much technology going on, like in my lap, my cell phone. My cell phone. I'm texting my wife. We got our cell phones and things like that. That's technology, and once technology has you don't have control of you anymore. And I think that the only way to get control more of the kids is if they can get a frequency or I'm not saying a signal, but like that thing that draws you into like a trance. If they can get that into social media or some kind of anything on this phone, that when you look at it, you're tranced into it, you're hypnotized. This podcast, you looking at this podcast, yeah, you might say, well, your podcast might be hypnotizing. Well, I'm hoping they do, and I'm hoping that you're hearing what I'm saying. I'm not hoping that you're just looking at it and just looking at it, ready to go to the next one. I actually hope that you're listening to it. That always happens. I forget to turn it off before I even start. I don't know. Sometimes you guys got to look over it. I'm going to have interruptions here and there. But yeah, it's just, it's, oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. People are gonna run around if it's a blackout. If we're taken away from EMP, if the EMP is just sent through the world or whatever. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, excuse me, I ain't trying to make y'all sleepy, but if an EMP was just sent out across the world, like, what would that do to us? What would that do to us? You can't crank up your car. You can't crank up your car. You can't turn on your TV. You can't You can't operate machinery. Everything is basically at a halt. Like you just wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't have anything. Um, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I want to look at this clip. I want to look at this clip with you guys, and I want to see what you guys think about the discipline being taken away from school. I don't know if you guys ever even seen it before, but I want to watch this with you guys, and you guys tell me what's really going on. you know, and I told y'all I wasn't no Drake fan, and just tell me what you think.
Afraid to discipline the children. Then what happened? We found out that the teachers were afraid of the principals were scared of the superintendents, superintendent was scared of the school board was scared of the parents were scared of the children, and the children ain't scared of nobody.
Now I'm gonna play that one more time because I know my sound was kind of down and kind of off, but let me see, can I get it up a little bit higher? Now that's about as high as I can get it to go. But I want y'all to listen to that one more time.
And if one of the things that we would learn to do, they did a grand thing when they took that discipline away from us, because when they made our parents afraid to discipline the children, then what happened? We found out that the teachers were afraid of the principals were scared of the superintendents, superintendent was scared of the school board was scared of the parents were scared of the children, and the children ain't scared of nobody. And if one of the things that we would learn to do, they did a grand thing when they took that discipline away from us, because when they made our parents afraid to discipline the children, then what happened? We found out that the teachers were afraid of the principals were scared of the superintendents, superintendent was scared of the school board was scared of the parents were scared of the children, and the children ain't scared of nobody.
Now, y'all, this is what we're going through right now. That was kind of an old video, but this is what's going on. This is what is going on. The children are scared of nobody. No one. When you get to where your children is scared, ain't scared of nobody, it ain't gonna. It's over with. It's over with. Then when they get old, if they even make it to get old, let's make sure we say that. If they make it to get old, guess what? It's over with. Because when they have children, they're gonna say the same things to the children. It's gonna get worse. It's only gonna trickle down. You need God. You need Jesus in your life, for real. But people don't see that. People don't think that. People don't want to understand that. And it's just not a good place to be. It's really not a good place to be. Women are mostly raising the children by themselves. Men are Well, since the 80s, 70s, well, since most of all time, men have been out of the household, except for, I'll say this is probably around about the 70s and 80s. I think that's when it started getting larger because you can go out there in the fields and even the kids were working in the fields. They were getting an education and working in the fields at the same time. Some of them. But it was that togetherness that they had, but you don't have that. It took a village to raise a child, but you don't have the village anymore. The village is gone. The big mamas is gone. All of the things that gave us value and morale to live by standards, all that is gone. I guess it's been figured that, oh, well, I can get through life without it. I don't have to have it in life. And, we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. We can do it the way we want to do it. But you really can't. You really can't. If you don't know the system and how the system works and how the system operates, and I'm, just going to basically say the system, you can take it where you want to go with what the system is. But when you don't know how that works and you want to operate the way you want to operate, guess what? The system already has a way of dealing with you and dealing with anything that comes after you. You ever heard of a family tree? I know a lot of you have. But a family tree has every person on that tree, who you're related to, who your children are, who your cousins, aunts, everybody, from mothers to children to mothers to grandmothers to grandfathers, all of that on a family tree. Now, just say you go for 3 generations up. So that'll be mother, grandmother, great grandmother. You go up 3 generations, and the values have been carried down until it got to you. Now, once it got to you, you changed it and said, you know what? I don't want to do what they did. I'm going to break the generational curse, and not knowing the whole time you are about to adventure on a journey that you really don't want to be on. Excuse me. But it's just like that. It's just like that. That's what happens. Now, everything from you down, guess what? Now you set a curse for that generation after, for the generations after you. If I were to go to the Bible and look at Adam, Eve, Abraham, Moses, who was it? Was it King David? Well, I'll just look at those 2 or those 3. Adam, Abraham, Moses. And I'm not gonna add Noah in there. Noah wasn't really one of the fathers, but once you have that village and you teach your people and you raise your children in such a way that you are influential, so to speak, you pass that down. Now, when you pass that down, it can be good or it can be bad. It's just up to you. It's just up to you. Depends on where you want to go and how you want to do it. But just know that you're going to teach it, it's going to follow, and it's going to be nothing that you're going to be able to do after that. So if it's a good seed or it's a bad seed, and that's what you plan into the generation, well, that's what's gonna shape out the future. And you might not be thinking about that. You might not be thinking like that or in the lines of that. But maybe right now be the right time to start thinking about that. Right now would be the right time to start thinking about that. Y'all, look, it's been pretty darn good. It's 8 a.m. Oh, excuse me. Y'all on the front porch of meeting it and the birds chirping and everything like that. Uncle JP done worked all night. And Uncle JP finna put y'all down. You hear me? I talked about this stuff, but hey, you ain't got to listen. But don't just sit here and listen and don't say nothing. Say something. Tell me something. Talk to me. You know, y'all know how to comment. Y'all know how to, talk amongst yourself in the comments. And, I like to read it. I like to see it. I like to hear it. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Say what you thinking. Say what you feel, whatever it is. And who knows? I might talk about that on the front porch next time y'all come to visit me. You never know. You never know. So on that note, y'all, it's Uncle JP. I'm gonna put y'all down. I want y'all to holler at me when you see me. Peace.